Good afternoon. Today's Tuesday, April 4th, 2023. This is the first hearing this month for the City of Tempe hearing officer. My name is Vanessa McDonald. I'm the hearing officer, so I'll be conducting the meeting this afternoon. I have something to read into the record, and then we can go ahead and jump into our very brief agenda this afternoon. The City of Tempe hearing officer is authorized by Arizona Revised Statutes and the City of Tempe Zoning and Development Code. The hearing officer is granted the authority to conduct public hearings to decide upon the abatement of code violations occurring on properties within the city. These violations include, but aren't limited to, deteriorated structures or landscaping, inoperable or unregistered vehicles, storage of junk or refuse. Abatement actions are brought before the hearing officer by the city's Code Compliance Division, typically after numerous attempts at contacting the property owner to obtain voluntary compliance with the code. The cost of the abatement is the responsibility of the owner of the property where the violation occurs and will be collected as an assessment against the property found to be in violation. On today's agenda, we have two items. We have a set of minutes from March 21st, 2023, and a single property abatement. Any property owner who's aggrieved by a decision of the hearing officer may file an appeal within 14 calendar days after the hearing officer has made a decision. The deadline for appealing any decision rendered today is 3 p.m. on April 18th, 2023. Appeals are heard by the Board of Adjustment, after which they may also be appealed to Superior Court. The property owner has 14 days to either file an appeal or bring the property into compliance within this 14-day window. If neither of these things happen within the required time frame, the property will be abated by the city. Joining me this afternoon to my left are Cassidy Hernandez and Drew Yoakum from Community Development. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for your help this afternoon. Like I mentioned, the first item on our agenda is a set of minutes from March 21st, 2023. Cassidy sent those to me after the hearing, and I believe that they accurately reflect what took place at that hearing. So I'm going to approve the minutes of March 21st, 2023. The second item on the agenda is a request for approval to abate public nuisance items at the TL Kickstop property located at 3233 South 48th Street. The applicant is the City of Tempe Code Compliance Division, represented this afternoon by Inspector Michael Glab. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Madam Hearing Officer. My name is Michael Glab. I'm a code inspector for the City of Tempe Code Compliance Division. I'm here this evening to request an abatement for the property located at 3233 South 48th Street, Tempe, Arizona 85282. This case was initiated on January 30th of 2023 for graffiti, junk trash, and debris, and a deteriorated landscape. 2 complaints have been received by my office. I've had no face-to-face or verbal contact with anyone associated with this property. On January 30th of this year, my office received a complaint for the property. I visited the property and confirmed a violation of city code related to both graffiti, junk trash and debris, and a deteriorated landscape was present. I then mailed a violation notice to the property owners requesting that the violation be remedied. On February 14th of 2023, I visited the property and confirmed a violation of city code related to graffiti, junk trash and debris, and a deteriorated landscape was present. Bids were then sought for the property due to past history of abatements for this site. On February 22nd of 2023, I then mailed a second violation notice to the property owners requesting that the violations be remedied. On February 28th of this year, I submitted the abatement packet for addition to tonight's hearing and posted a notice of intent to abate to the structure itself. On March 15th of this year, my office received the second complaint related to graffiti, deteriorated landscape, and junk trash and debris. At this time, I would like to now present photos taken from today of the existing violations.
Thank you.
This is a photograph taken from the roadway, the double left turn lane of the frontage of the site. It shows overheight grass and weeds in what is gravel landscaping here at the frontage of the site. It's overheight grass and weeds which are present there at this time. My second photograph shows from the side how tall some of the grass and weeds are. From the front, it might be a little misleading. From the side, you can see that it's already encroaching on the sidewalk and several feet in height. My third photograph is showing the rear of the site, overheight grass and weeds. Again, what would be a gravel landscaping. There shouldn't be any vegetation present there, but it's clearly overheight and present in this at this time. Excuse me. This photograph is taken from beneath the canopy, and this is showing junk, trash, and debris. Looks like somebody has left some debris there that they were possibly sleeping on.
Right. And then in most of these photos, we can see where graffiti has been previously painted over.
Correct. Those would be likely from possible former visits to the site where we remedied matters there before. And unfortunately, this is the latest graffiti, the largest. There is one other spot where there's a window with some writing on it, but it's insignificant compared to this clearly blatant display that's on the north side of the building. So at this time, I'm seeking approval to abate the site for graffiti, junk, trash, and debris, and deteriorated landscaping. And this site's again located 3233 South 48th Street here in Tempe.
Thank you. Mr. Yoakum, is anyone on the line wanting to speak on this agenda item?
No, Madam Hearing Officer, not at this time.
Thank you. And for the record, I'll note there's no one here other than City of Tempe staff. So there's no one here to speak on this agenda item. Thank you very much. Thank you for your diligence on this property. When I got my packet and I saw the name of this property and the address, I went back into my files that I keep, and I know this is our 7th abatement of this property in 6 years, the 7th 180-day open abatement case. So within those 180-day windows, I know you've had to make continued visits and efforts, and the property owner just is completely unresponsive. The notices don't come back to you as return to sender or anything like that, do they?
Not all of them. There are multiple addresses that are associated with the site. Mail that is sent to the physical site there on 48th Street does get returned.
Okay.
However, through various searching, we're able to locate that there's an address. There's multiple other addresses.
I believe there's an individual with the last name of Wynn who,
Correct.
yeah, is associated with the property. So anyways, thanks again for staying on top of it. I wish we could do something more. I wish I had a different tool to give you, but this is the extent of my authority here. So given the condition of the property, the history of the property, I'm going to go ahead and approve another 180-day open abatement for the property located at 3233 South 48th Street and contained in case CM 230224. And the sooner you can get someone out there, the better. I know the overheight weeds in the right-of-way, you know, you can't see if you're coming out of that McDonald's driveway, you know, that creates a visual impediment. So hopefully you can get out there on like day 15. So thank you very much. That concludes our agenda this afternoon. So do you have any announcements, Drew?
Yeah, just the one. Our next scheduled hearing officer meeting is set for Tuesday, April 18th. That will be at 5 p.m. and will be held here at the Tempe City Council chambers as well as live on Tempe 11.
Okay, great. Thank you. Have a good night.